Hey Bridget, as promised, Shannon cut my hair and I put on makeup, and which I'm allergic to and is already turning my eyes red. I didn't clean my office as promised. As you can see, all the maker things from Daughters of the Forge are here. Jeff called me, and that's the reason I'm adding on to my birth story. I was so happy to hear from him. He told me that his mother had told him that she was like a Florence Nightingale to Dr. Cohen because she helped out during the birth process. And apparently she was hands-on and it helped with the placenta and the umbilical cord and the cutting of that, and really hands-on all the way through. And I didn't recall that in my story, but he had, because he had heard it so many times. And let's see, he said after I was wrapped up and taken care of, Freddie went out on the porch with Dr. Cohen as he was leaving and said, Freddie, you have helped me. It was wonderful. You did everything right. You really were assisting me, and I can't thank you enough. Well, and he offered her a cigarette. Well, Freddie, 16 as she was at that age, felt so grown up and so proud of herself for doing what she had done, because she knew she had done a good job, I guess. And we both speculated that perhaps that's what happened there when Freddie probably started smoking. After he recalled that, I told him another story that Freddie had told me, that shortly, I guess, after I was born, Mother was driving Freddie and Sue and to town, to J High School, and Freddie pulled out a cigarette. She was in the passenger seat and leaned up against the side of the door and lit it and blew smoke out. And Mother just looked over to her while she was driving and said, "You know, Freddie, you're just getting really wild. I'm worried about you. Here you are smoking, and the next thing you know, you'll be running around with boys, and you know what that can lead to. And you could get pregnant," she said. Freddie leaned back and very dramatically took a big puff off the cigarette and blew the smoke out and said, "Well, you know, Mother, I shouldn't think so with all the precautions I've been taking." Now, that just freaked Mama out. She almost went into a ditch at that point, but that was Aunt Freddie. She was full of mischief and fun and spirited and spunky, and I love that about her. The thing I did want to tell you too while I'm here was how Sue went with Mama up to Grove to get me my birth certified, which you had to do in those days. Mama was in the passenger seat with a baby, and Sue had driven. So she said, "Sue, run into that courthouse, and I'll give you all the information, and you type out have them type out the certification, and I'll sign it." So Sue went into the courthouse, and she came back shortly, and she said, "Mama, I want to put my name on the baby." And Elzona turned to her and said, "No, I don't want Sybil to have a middle name. I'm just tired of middle names. I'm through with them. I just want her Sybil. That's what I want it to be." And Sue insisted. She said, "Oh, okay." She said, "If you're going to put your name on it, have them spell it S-U. Do something different. I'm tired of middle names." So Sue went back in and told the lady to put Sue in as her middle name and to spell it with an S-U, or so she said she told her. I always went then by Sybil Sue for all my life until I finally got my birth certificate one day. And there on the birth certificate, Sybil, and it had a middle name, and it had in parentheses none. in parentheses, and then that was scratched out, and above it was S-U-E, Sybil Sue Hampton. And all these years I'd gone by Sybil S.U. Well, I still do to this day, but I do carry your mama's middle name because she wanted me attached to her in some way because she felt she deserved it after having braved that blizzardy storm going to get Dr. Cohen that night. Anyway, that was the addendum that I was going to tell you about. I'm so happy we're communicating and texting to each other. I enjoy hearing from you all the time, and I hope that one day we'll get to see each other in person. I love you so much, and wish I could see you. Bye-bye.